Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the Phantom Oxcart quest here in Dragon's Dogma 2, so let's jump into it. So this quest is going to take place in Vernworth and is going to start after completing the short main mission called Nation of the Lambent Flame. This is essentially the transition mission from Vernworth to Batal, and after you complete that and return to Vernworth, you'll start to hear NPCs around the town speaking of the Phantom Oxcart. One specifically that you can go speak with to start the quest is going to be at the West Vernworth Oxcart station, where you can talk to the guy that's in charge of running the Oxcart. When you speak with him, he'll bring up the Phantom Oxcart and you can start on with the quest. Now, once the quest is in our quest log, we need to make sure that it's nighttime out. So go rest at an inn or sit on a bench and pass the time until it's dark. And then we're going to make our way northeast of Vernworth. Now, you can see the exact location on your map. However, you will have a giant yellow circle showing you exactly where to go. Once you make your way out there, you will find the Phantom Oxcart. As you slowly approach it, it will automatically cue a cutscene that you'll get to watch where a bunch of characters are talking about some secretive stuff. And after that cutscene ends, the Oxcart will leave. Now, at this point, when the Oxcart leaves, what we need to do is go and tackle or chase the guy that is still standing where the Oxcart was. So there's going to be an NPC that's still there. Try to tackle him. If you can't tackle him, just chase him down for a little bit. After like 10 seconds of chasing him, you end up getting the same result anyway. He kind of just gives up, turns around, and tries to convince you not to turn him in. Either way, you're going to receive the merchant's document, but you're going to get an option to either turn him in and take him to jail, or you could just accept his bribe. Accept his bribe. You get an extra 5,000 gold. So just go ahead and accept the bribe, get the extra 5k, and you get the merchant's document, which is going to be important to continuing the quest. Now, our next step is to head back up to Vernworth and make our way into the Star Drop Inn. Again, make sure it's nighttime so that we can find Brant. You're going to find Brant standing over at the bar. Just go speak with him and select the option about the Phantom Oxcart. You'll be able to give Brant the merchant's document. You'll get a little bit more dialogue, and then we'll be able to pursue the Oxcart. Now, the next thing we need to do is return to the location where we initially found the Phantom Oxcart, but this time we're going to remove everything that we're wearing. So that means all of your armor, your weapons, your shields, as well as your rings. You want to wear pretty much nothing except for your lantern if you want it. You can get away with wearing your lantern. That's not going to affect the quest. But once you return looking like a pawn, you want to speak with Manson, who's going to be the driver of the Oxcart, and he's going to tell you to get inside because he thinks you're a pawn. Now, once he tells you that, you're going to work your way into the back of the Oxcart. Do make sure when you get inside to interact with the door so that it closes. If you don't, you'll just stand there like an idiot for like 5 minutes. So close the door. Once you do, the Oxcart will take off and you'll be along for the ride. Now, during your journey on the Oxcart, you are going to get raided from enemies, and Manson, the driver, is going to tell you to get off the Oxcart and defend it. Now, at this point, you want to stay on the Oxcart. All the other pawns will get out and go defend it. You want to stay put inside, and the reason for that, a lot of players are complaining about how when they go try to defend it, them fighting the enemies actually alerts Manson that you're real and not a pawn. So don't take any chances, just stay in the back. There is a chance that one of the enemies does come to try to attack you while you're in the back of the Oxcart. All you need to do is run out and kind of run in a circle and just kill time. Let the other pawns handle it. Just stay alive, and once those enemies are defeated, you can get back inside the Oxcart. All the other pawns will return. You can close the door and continue on with the journey. Now, once you arrive at the gate, you're going to have a little bit of dialogue as well as a cutscene with some of the guards, and they're going to talk about how pawns don't fight back. And then it's going to allow you to control your character again. What you need to do is just stand still. You're going to get hit several times by one of the guards, and they're trying to antagonize you. If you fight back, it's going to ruin the quest for you, and they're going to know that you're a person and not a pawn and make things really, really difficult. So just stand still, take the beating until it's finished. Eventually, someone will step in and tell them to stop. It will trigger some more dialogue, and then you'll be able to move on to the next step. Now, this is where things can get really tricky and really difficult. You're going to get a little cutscene where you go through the gate and end up in front of this giant door. And once the dialogue finishes, they're going to tell everybody to kneel. You're not going to kneel because obviously we can't. And they're going to notice that you're not actually a pawn and that you are an intruder. At this point, you immediately want to put back everything that you have on because you are going to have to fight like 12 guards at one time. And the reason this is so difficult is your pawns aren't going to help you. At least I don't think they're going to help you. I've looked online. They just stand around for the most part and take the beating until they die. And I'm not sure if this is meant to happen or if this is just a glitch in the game, but everywhere online, it seems like everyone else is having the same issue. So I'm assuming that the pawns are meant not to fight back. So you're pretty much on your own here, and it can be extremely difficult depending on what vocation you are. I'm a fighter, and obviously if you're getting attacked by 12 people at one time, you don't even get a chance to swing back. So if you are struggling with this and you have no idea what to do, what I did that ended up working is once I replayed it to where they all started coming after me, I turned around and completely left the area. I ran all the way back to Back Batal, which doesn't ruin the quest. The quest continues. You can go as far as you want. I went back, I slept to pass the time and to get all my health back. I also got all my pawns back and working, and then made my way back to where that door was where the 12 guards were attacking me. Now, at this point, when I went back, there weren't that many guards because most of them had chased me out of that area. When I went back, there was only 2 or 3 guards remaining where all the people were kneeling. I was able to take out those 2 to 3 guys that were there guarding the area. And once I did, my quest updated and let me know that I found the items that I needed to find, which was just incriminating evidence. Now, if you're able to defeat all 12 of the guards, you'll get the incriminating evidence right then and there, and you'll be able to move on to the next step. But chances are you're probably going to struggle with this, especially if you're a low level. So just do what I just said. That was my strategy. It ended up working out. I didn't have to fight nearly as many guards, and I was able to return, take out the guards remaining, and get the incriminating evidence, and be able to move on to the next step of the quest. Now, the final step to this quest is going to be to return all the way to Vernworth and make your way inside the Star Drop Inn, once again at night, so we can find Brant. You'll find Brant over by the bar. We can speak with him again and select the option about the Phantom Oxcart. This time, we'll be able to give him the incriminating evidence that we just acquired. You'll give him that. He'll read that, give you a little bit more dialogue, and once the dialogue finishes, the quest will be complete. But this is how to complete the Phantom Oxcart here in Dragon's Dogma 2. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.